Hello dear all, this is Joanna, and in this film I want to explain what kind of series of videos you've got here. It's very unusual and it's new, so I want to explain in the small part at the beginning of the video concerning the nakshatras. Now, if you already heard that, if you already seen it, just click in the description. There is a link, and it will take you directly to the video about the current energy of nakshatra and the other correspondences. All right, let's explain. So here I'm starting the series of videos where I will be checking, I will be seeing what is the energy in the universe for all of us. But the first, the main channel, let's say, will be going through, it will be nakshatras. Now, nakshatras are the constellations. It's taken from, so stars, basically, group of stars. It's taken from the Vedic astrology. It's something like a zodiac. You've got 12 zodiac signs, and usually everybody knows just the sun sign, of course, but we all are the mixture of different signs, in fact, because different planets in our birth horoscope are in different positions, right? And it has to be said a little more. That's not only that. People usually focus on just numerology or astrology, tropical astrology or tarot. And I just want to come from nakshatras, which is Vedic astrology, which is something like a zodiac sign. It's another kind of archetype, and there are 27 of them. And through that, I want to see everything that's corresponding, all the other archetypes and other signs and other energies that are attached to it, right? Because we are not only a mixture of zodiac signs, we are a mixture of all the old knowledge, the ancient knowledge uses lots of tools. So it can be interesting for you, I thought, to see, all right, so here is this nakshatra at this point of time. Let's say between, there are 2 weeks, okay? In 2 weeks' time, we've got the energy of a certain nakshatra, all right? But behind that, you've got also still a zodiac sign. I will tell you what it is. And behind that, you've got also a kind of, some kind of element, all right? It can be fire or air. And behind that, you've got also some kind of archetype. And it can be, in Greek mythology, it can be that. And in Slavic mythology, it can be something different, in Nordic, and so on and so on. But behind that, you've got also some other parts of nature. There are some totem animals, right? And it's like, you know, it's like a kind of road. You go, I chose to go through nakshatras because they are the least known. So you go through nakshatra, I will tell you about, and then you've got the Vedic god, and then we'll discover other stuff. Here you will have the picture. That's a circle, and you can see in the picture what's corresponding what. All right, that's my analysis. In ancient knowledge, you know, it's not really fixed. Even the element, when you've got fire, it can correspond, for example, to the I don't know, for example, Archer or and the Sagittarius, right? But also the other sign, or it can correspond to something else in Chinese mythology, all right? For example, the tiger. So it's a kind of mixture. There are correspondences, but also it's very fluid. So that's even more interesting. Anyway, what we will do here, when you watch the video every 2 weeks, let's say, you will see what is the energy for you. I will tell you what is the nakshatra, what it is, what Vedic god, what's the sign, what's the correspondences, all this, also about temperaments and so on, even Slavic mythology, because I want people to know it and I want people to join the dots. It's not like everything's separate. No, everything is together. You just need to find your way in it and use it for you. And every 2 weeks, more or less, we will have the video. I will use cards, meditation cards. I will use tarot, but I will use my cards that I made, and I will change. Sometimes it will be a tarot with archetypes, sometimes with some Vedic goddesses, sometimes with some other goddesses, sometimes it will be about nature. Right, so I hope it will be interesting, and we'll see. There is the general nakshatra and correspondences energy, but also we'll see in the cards what's in. What are the, let's say, what should we do those 2 weeks? What is it good to do? What's not good to do? All right, maybe we have some advice and so on, right? And I will not really specify that it's for somebody this and that. No, 2 weeks. For those 2 weeks, I will say what's the period, what this period is good for, because we've got this nakshatra. But I will also give you the link where I will tell you, go check what is your Vedic astrology set, right? What is it? So maybe you've got that nakshatra in your horoscope, in your spread. That would mean that even if this will touch you even more in this period, you will be more touched with that energy, right? So it would be good for you if you checked it. Okay. Yes, and I guess that's it. Oh yeah, and I wanted to tell you that the dates, there is no time. The dates I'm using, let's say, for example, for Nakshatra, or I don't know, Hasta, it will be between 25th of August to 10th of September. It's quite arbitrary. You will not find those dates. It's like when you go to Vedic astrology, you've got only the degrees, right? It's all based on moon. But when people do the tarot readings and they say, okay, this is for I don't know, Pisces, and this is for September, all right? But September, and usually they do it at the 1st to 31st, all right? No, 30th September. Yeah, but normally the Pisces or any other sign is from the it's from mid month to the mid month. So all of this is arbitrary. What kind of dates you use. I just decided like that I can do it every 2 weeks, and the dates I'm giving you, I'm not a Vedic astrologer. They are based in my own analysis, and they are more or less arbitrary. They are based on zodiac, tropical zodiac. Still, I think it's interesting, because I'm not going to check degrees. Maybe I'm going to do it, but I think it will be complicating too much for you. So I guess I'm just going to give you dates. Not everybody has to be a expert in Vedic astrology, and that's not what I want. All I want is to focus on archetypes. Archetypes are the most ancient and they are basic. Okay, that's it, because it's really long and I have to attach it to every video. Okay, bye-bye. Hi there, this is Joanna Cholur, from my channel, JC Lady Alternative Education. Okay, I'm trying for you to, so that you can see all the cards. Anyway, I will show them to you. And so this is the spread, the reading, tarot reading, holistic reading. Holistic reading meaning that we'll be talking about different archetypes and comparing them apart the spread, and comparing Slavic mythology, Vedic mythology, and other archetypes, astrology, tropical astrology, and Vedic astrology. And but we are starting with Nakshatras, which are kind of a zodiac sign for Vedic astrology. So here it's Nakshatra Anuradha, and this reading is for the period that I set myself, because we are not talking about degrees here, but we are talking about dates. So this is for the from 22nd of October to 8th of November. And so here's the reading of energies in this period, 2020. Okay, 2020. All right. So Anuradha is the nakshatra, Vedic nakshatra in Vedic astrology, which basically it's all talking about love, friendship, right, and couple relationships. It can be also business. It can also be business. It can be all about business as well. Okay, the light. Have we got enough light? Anuradha, it's just mean love, right? Compassion. And it's very, it's not like a platonic or romantic love. No, it's a very intense. It has to be said that it's very intense, and this is not people sometimes say that the Anuradha is the nakshatra, you know, that you've got a nice love, romantic love. Not really. It's very intense, and it's very sensitive. It's all about senses and sex, right? So it's everything which is really intense and important when you start your not when you start, but when you want to build and make your relationship, especially relationship with like man woman, when you want to make it work, right? So you need to combine all elements. It's not only romantic. It's all about you know, being true. And okay, so Anuradha, in fact, the god, the patron for Anuradha is Mitra. Now I have those cards, those cards, but there is no Mitra god. However, there is Mitra god attached to this nakshatra, and Mitra Mitra is a god talking like connected also to relationships. Okay, it's all about friendship and love, but also love, right, in the sense of platonic romantic love, all this high level love, but also the love that is just, you know, passion, sex, right? Now I found here this card, Supreme Goddess, and that's also it. It's Sri Radha, and we can say it's also the goddess of Anuradha, right? And the blessings here behind the card, we've got those blessings that this goddess can give you, and it's very compatible here, right? It says faith in the power of love. That's what this goddess gives you, and that's what Mitra also gives you. Ability to win the heart of one's beloved, increased devotion and attainment of divine love. Divine love also doesn't mean really platonic, right? No, it's not like that. There's very lots of really the sex element, the element of really passion, because all the the universe is based on that, marrying and metamorphosis of elements, right? So it's just like in the couple, just like in the relationship. And liberation from the pains of thwarted love. All right, so that would be Radha. But how about Mitra? Mitra is the god of, right, friendship and love, and often in Vedas he's described as the one who he has, when he's not in love, he's in friendship with Varuna. And there's a story. They met a woman that was a dancer and courtesan, and they were kind of one man. But Mitra, in this one man, one body, was more this element of divine love, the love of high level, also desire and sex. Right? He wanted also this lady, goddess, but he was there, the divine love, while Varuna was this other aspect, more like lust. Right? I'm not going to tell you the whole story. Maybe I will put you the link. Vic Dikara on his channel can tell you the whole story, and it's in English, so you can go and read it. All right, so this is it. Mitra. Mitra also is all about joining, right? About coupling, about couples. I'm sorry. All right, I had to drink something. So Mitra is all about he helps you creating a good relationship. There are many nakshatras, as we'll go in the wheel around, you'll see there are many nakshatras, but this nakshatra, Anuradha, is really about like how intense the relationship, the love can be. And now, what is there? We've got Anuradha Nakshatra, the patron god is Mitra, and we can go deeper, and all this nakshatra is in the period of Scorpio. Scorpio zodiac sign, tropical zodiac sign. So what is Scorpio? Scorpio is like, while Anuradha is more like a female energy, even Mitra, because it's connected also to homosexuality and all this. So kind of an aspect of both men and women, or hermaphrodite. But Scorpio is more like a male energy, but it's intense. It's a male who is very sexual and also very intense in love. But what is it more about, right? In this spread, it's like a continuation. So maybe go see also the previous reading for Vishaka Nakshatra, because it's like a beginning. Vishaka, it was like the beginning of coming in starting the relationship. And also, I was talking there about, like when Libra, the lover, meets the trickster, Scorpio. Now, what happens, right? How do they deal? How do they make love together? And I was talking about this, about having the end of autumn, which is the crops, right? When you've got all the fruits and vegetables covered, and you want to put them in the caves. So it's not Libra that will do it, it's Scorpio. Scorpio likes to dig inside. Scorpio is not scared of going in the cave and putting treasures there, right? To keeping stuff over there to be well during the autumn and winter, right? So basically, it's all about making work the relationship in this aspect, Scorpio and Anuradha. And but it's hard. Scorpio, it's all about also, discussing fighting, about talking about sex openly, about talking about taboos, about money, all right? So it's intense. It's intense. Then what we've got? We've got also and Scorpio. What is Scorpio is also this, you know, Scorpio is like a kind of trickster, right? It can be an archetype of trickster. So there's somebody who is manipulating, not really showing his true face, right? He's a little hidden. His feelings can be hidden, or when he is open, it can be intense and surprise, we can say. But what have we got more? So now in this period of Anuradha, for Slavic gods, Slavic mythology, we've got Wado and Wagoda. Wado is the god and Wagoda is the goddess. Now in Polish, Wagoda, it says something which is łagodny, which the surface meaning, it means that it's somebody who is gentle, but it's not really that only. It's also somebody who is wants to have an order. But you know, in the previous spread, I said that Libra wants to have an order and wants to have peace and to be diplomatic all the time. You know, it's just moving like that. No struggle, right? No fights. When she meets a Scorpio, right? When the lover meets a Scorpio, a trickster, let's say, or somebody intense lover, it's get, you know, that a fight can start, and it's getting intense. However, Scorpio also wants to have, you know, when it turns. After all, he also wants to see the truth, and he also wants to have a new order after that, right? So it's an order, but after discussion, fight, and trouble. It's kind of that. And that's what Wagoda and Wado is. Wagoda and Wado is all about, in nature, it's the time of autumn, all the storms and, you know, rains, and when all the elements mix together, mix, and then you've got, you know, also stuff that you can discover, like when the thunder strikes and the lightning, and the trees, you know, cut, and you can see what's inside, you can see what's underground also, right? So some treasures, or maybe some nasty surprises. All right, and basically it's winter is coming, right? There is a strong element of water, but this is the moving water, the rain with wind, all right? But I also put here the winter and phlegmatic element, but phlegmatic not in the sense that it's not moving, it's moving, right? Phlegmatic can be also moving, but in the sense that it's very persistent, right? When Scorpio starts doing something, he will do it up to the roots. He will dig, right, to find the truth. It's very intense, right? And as for numbers, numerology, it's 8. The house number of Scorpio, it's 8. What is 8? It will be in the spread. 8 is, you know, it's 8 is this. This, when you put it on the side, it's the eternity sign. It's like in Libra, you've got the scales. Like here, it's more like pendula. How do you call it in English? Okay, I will find out in a moment. All right, but yeah. So now 2 cards that I want to show you before the reading again. I've got those cards. I thought it would be appropriate. Archetypes. And I took all the cards that were connected to Scorpio, and I pick one, and ta-da, Exorcist. It says that should be appropriate here. So what have we got? Light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, right? It's clearing up. It's getting healed, but with troubles, right? It's not so easy. Shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons. When you go down the ground, even in this cave, to put your vegetables there can be rats. You have to take the lantern, but sometimes even with the lantern, then there can be rats, right? So you have to fear those demons and those nasty creatures. So exorcist is taking the demons out and freeing you from them. That's what Scorpio does also with taboo or breaking. And I took that's spiritual masters. Find it's Krishna. Krishna is also all about relationships. He's often seen with girls. And this god, find good sides of the situation you are in, right? Even if it's difficult, right? Even if it's the discussion, a fight. So something good can come out of that, all right? So now the reading. In the background, we've got okay, I've got two decks. The main deck will be this one, Guidance of Fate, and it's Nature Tarot, and something additional meaning will be from the deck that is not really known. I don't know where I have the cover. Okay, the background energy for the main deck, the Nature Tarot, is 8. Number 8, the stag, it's called here. Look at that. And what is it? Is this in Rider White. So it's strength. All right, it's strength. So it's 8. Scorpio, simply, right? Looking strength. Just you know, it's intense, but you have to have strength to steer the elements. You have to be the magician, let's say, right? Scorpio is the magician, and you have to be able to steer and steer and steer. Be patient also to finally see what comes out of that, right? What's the result? The result can be that a couple, right? So that's nice. The background energy is making a couple work. In the center of this reading, and or you can say it's a challenge, you've got there is a lot of 1, so beginnings, and 9 and 8. 9 and 8. Now 8 is Scorpio, and 9 is like the end of the cycle, right? Okay. 9 of bows, and here it is respect. But it normally in Rider White it would be 9 of wands. 9 of wands. All right, so you are in a good position. You're like a chief, like a boss, and you've got a army behind you, right? Sometimes it can be like a cage, because if you are just looking forward, you don't really know who you have behind, like who's your friend, who's not your friend, and like you are just can be too bold, too much, right? So the challenge is maybe just again, balance. 8 and 9, it's like also it's like in numerology, 8 and 9, matter and spirituality. You have to balance it. It's like a man and woman aspect. It's like sexual love and spiritual love, right? Okay, what helps or what disturbs? I would say it helps because it's 3 vessels, joy. So it's connected to the previous reading, to Vishaka, because this was in the center before. Cherish each day. Just, each day of your couple, marriage, or whatever, you've got this stuff, those vegetables and all the food in your caves. So you are fine. Just, it's Halloween, so you should be happy. just be happy. And here is success, right? So basically it helps you to be in a good position. So let's just, the thing is not to be too stubborn, not to be too much inside your mind, or too much looking forward without looking backwards, right? Okay, so celebrate, right? Celebrate your relationship. Here in the what we come from, we could say, what is in the subconscious, or what we have, what we can stand on, or what we would like to stand on. 8 of Stones, again 8, and here is 9, 8 and 9 again. All right, so again this aspect. And 8 of Stones is just simple work, skillful work. So that's what relationship is all about, right? Every day celebrate and work, celebrate and work, or work and celebrate it, each success. Here is 9, and it's the same. It's the same as here. 9 of Wands. So you're in a good position, right? So you are working, you are there are people who are behind you, right? So you are not alone. It's a couple. You are working in a team together. Now, what do you aspire to? What is in your mind? Where do you want to? What you want to achieve? You've got a King of Vessels. So you want to be. It can be man and woman, but it's somebody who loves, right? Who shows the emotions in a relationship, even in friendship, right? I don't know if in business, but you know. And additional meaning, it's Chariot 7, right? Chariot is here I would say it's not maybe so much about going fast, but it's about again balancing the elements. It can be fast because Scorpio is intense, because the weather is intense, because it's all about storms. So it's mixing, right? So the magician is making the mixture, and it can be the disaster also. So we have to be careful. It can be a volcano eruption. All right. What goes to the past? So what is the past? It's connected to the previous reading, Vishaka. Vishaka is about coupling, which is difficult to couple, right? Exactly the first meeting of Libra and Scorpio, right? And this is it, because it's 13 and it's death, and here it's called the journey. So you have to travel through, right? Pass through the passage of metamorphosis, change, right? And additional meaning is the King of Pentacles. So again, there are lots of people here, lots of kings. King of Pentacles here, another is King of Swords, King of Vessels, Cups. Lots of elements of love, couple. And it would be also that, the calm king, the calm in the couple is over, right? Metamorphosis also is over, because they already met, that something happened, right? Now it will be mixing, going into fights and getting consensus. What's in the future? What do we go to? 10 of Vessels. From 10 of Vessels is like from 3 of Vessels, we could say, King of Vessels. So it's emotions, but there's a peak, because it's 10, right? So at the end of this period, here is 10, and in the result is 10. 10 of Pentacles in the result, and here 10 of Vessels. So basically there can be success, and success was also somewhere. Where is success? Okay, I don't. Success. Okay, I will see in a moment. Okay, here this is the emperor. So basically the goal is to go from the king of pentacles, which is not bad, but this is even better because it's steady. That's what Anuradha is all about. Anuradha is about a steady relationship, like really intense and long lasting. And this is emperor, and it can be just a final partner. Okay. Or about understanding who is this final partner, how to achieve it, even in business. Okay, what we are, so this is really our energy. Like if you are listening to this energy, to the spread, so this would be you, right? Or you and your partner. And there, okay, here is first of all maybe the green woman in this nature tarot, and it's empress, empress, yeah, the wife of this guy, of emperor. So we've got a couple, right here. We've got a couple of mature people, right? And there's a new beginning, so it's like they already they found the consensus, and there's a new start for this couple. And the empress is very much she's not only romantic. She's not like a queen of vessels, for example, right? No, she knows what is love, sex, and pleasures of life. And from outside, what is the outside situation? What's coming from outside? We've got the page of stones. So it's here is the ace of pentacles, and here is the page of stones, right? Pentacle stones, the same. It's like a next step. So it's again, if this is, let's say, you, if you are a woman or man, and here's your partner, then it's coupling again. Even it's like 8-9 is coupling, and here is the same. So you start and somebody comes to you, and you do it together. And here you've got again another king, a king of swords, who is a very who can be a man that you want, okay, because it's a man who keeps his word, who is very a man of honor, and very reliable, and reasonable. All right, it's not maybe he doesn't really shows his emotions much, what you want, right? But there is everything in this spread, right? It means that all elements are needed: a king of cups, and king of swords, and the king of pentacles. There is no king of there are not many. There are some wands. Yeah, there are some wands, in fact. Here, 9. So, oh, and yeah, and so let's see here. The what you fear, or what are your hopes? Here you've got the Ace of Bows, which is yeah, I was looking for wands. Bows are wands, so that's a spark of life. That's a new beginning, also in the sexual life of a couple, or some new project for a business, partnership. All right, and here you've got again another 9. So like you started, right, but then you started, and it will go on itself, right? You will be waiting for results. So I guess it's your hopes, what you can hope for, but everything, all this is very promising. What's the result? The result is King of Arrows. So this is it's repeated. King of Arrows is the King of Swords. It's the same. So basically he comes from, let's say this is the partner who comes to you, and this is you, and you can have it as a result, right? You can have it as a result, and it's also connected with that one, right? Because this is this man of honor, this reasonable man, this man who will give you your word, like in marriage, all right, or like in business, and you can trust him. It's all about trust also. And this here you've got 10. Here is 10 of vessels. You can say that you are going to that, and this is at the end of this period. 10 of cups, vessels, and here you've got 10 of pentacles, so it's very promising. So you can say that all this period, you can see this period of Anuradha, and period from 22 of October 2020 to 8 of November 2020, it will be all about you know, settling down your relationships. Lots of fights, but after all, you will go on to the next level with your relationships and everything. But it can also mean for the world the same, right? Because lots of like many things are happening now. There are lots of events in Poland, for example. People are struggling, people are rebelling against the COVID laws, and the people are struggling also with the reality, okay, losing jobs and all this, and losing their businesses. So it's, you know, it's all about how to make it work, but also how to, you know, manage your private life and your and outside life, like what's the sense of all of it, right? How to join those two elements, so it can be on the level of relationship, on the level of business partners, but also on the level of society. So whoa, what is this society all about? Like, how will it work? Okay, so it looks promising. In fact, it looks it's not so dark. So hopefully, I don't see here any. Here we could maybe say it's a, you know, quarantine and lockdown and all this, but it's mental. So it's mainly in mental people. In fact, it's all. I think that there is lots of power given to the people here, struggling, but after all, I see here lots of you know, it's kind of, it's going to be a new world, I would say. We'll see what will be in next nakshatra, Jyeshta, from 8th of November. But the Scorpio is intense. Scorpio is also about telling the truth, about fighting for the truth. So demanding truth from government, for example, demanding like, tell us what it is. It's also all about sex in Poland, especially because it's about abortion law, fighting with government, and all, you know, the taboos must be I mean, some stuff must be said, right? Secrets must be revealed. It's Scorpio. It's Scorpio energy. But it looks promising that, you know, after that it will become a new level for the society. Maybe just, you know, we need to clear some stuff up, but we've got strengths, and it will be fine, you know. Okay, so that's all from me. Believe in yourself, and never, you know, keep your internal fire inside you always. Bye bye.